system for May the 3rd, 2021. We had 6 trades on that day. 4 were buys and 2 were short sells. First trade is Ctrx. That's Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. A trip at 11:45:19 a.m. at a price of $2.41. It was a buy. It closed today at 237, up 7.73%. You can see it's down a little bit early this morning. Did we have any opportunity during that day? 11:45, so roughly around here. It came down 241. Based on a tripping price, it did not come above, so let's check to see if indicators are showing positive. OBB somewhat not really moving in one direction or the other. It's somewhat moving sideways. MACD came up. MACD not too bad, moving on a regular basis on an upward move. DI moving upwards heavily. It was heavily positive in the afternoon, even though it didn't come up above its tripping price. Bollinger Band, not great. It's not great, but it is showing more positive than negative. I'll say it's a possible. Not a strong possible, but a possible. Next trade is CDE. That's Coeur Mining Incorporated. Tripped at 12:36:54 p.m. at a price of $8.77. It was a buy. It closed the day at $8.73, up 8.04%. So let's see. You see, price-wise, we're moving sideways. So yeah. So it tripped around here. 878, 879, 880, 877. Yeah. There's this little bump here. Roughly 1258. 1258 to 116. That's almost 20 minutes. I consider it enough time to get out, so I'm going to consider it a positive. Even though you can see the day itself is pretty much moving sideways price-wise. See the indicators. OBB is showing a little bit of a decline. MACD came up, even though it only started recording at around 10 o'clock. So, interestingly enough, I don't think I'm on the right stock. 11:45, 12:36. Yeah, it's the right stock. It's interesting because MACD is showing that it dropped in the morning. 12:36. It came up around this jump up here a little bit, but came down. But actually was dropping early morning. DI positive early morning and moved negative, positive, negative, positive. Jumping back and forth, which again is showing the Bollinger Band more clearly, is that technically was moving sideways. So it's a little bit of a strange stock, even though it was a strong moving stock. Well, strong. It was a positive moving stock in general. Next trade is EW. That's Edwards Life Sciences Corporation. Took to 12:45:49 p.m. at a price of $94.51. It was a short sell. Closed the day at 94.63, down 0.93%. Okay, it's 12:45. So around this price, 94.33, 35. 36. Made a little bit of recovery here at the end of the day, but there's more than enough time where it was down below its tripping price. Not a lot, not a lot. We're only talking, 10 cents or so, so we're not talking a great amount possibility-wise, but it's still, again, a stock that's moved below its tripping price, so there was opportunity there. OBV showing somewhat of a decline. MACD back and forth. You see, though, it looked like it was making a bit of recovery at the end of the day, but there was multiple drop points and averages. And DI, interesting, because DI actually gives it a little more of an impression of sideways movements because of the bouncing back and forth between positive and negative. And Bollinger Band actually showing a somewhat steady decline, so Bollinger Band most clearest of those indicators. Next trade is MS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said there were 6 stocks. There's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5 stocks. 5 and 3 were positive and 2 were negative. Okay. So next stock is MS. Excuse me. And that's Morgan Stanley. Tripped at 315. 236. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. 1240. Did I just delete? I think I just deleted the stock I was looking at. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there was 6. I somehow went and deleted the thing I was looking at. And I was looking at 1245, 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay, there we go. Okay. So next trade is JWN. That's Nordstrom Incorporated. It tripped at 2:28:51 p.m. at a price of 38.77. It was a buy. Closed the day at 38.88, so that's definitely a positive. And we'll check to see if the indicators are showing a good movement. 28, 28, yeah. OBV looks like a steady incline in volume. MACD up. It was dropping most of the early afternoon and came up and moved sideways, so averages somewhat positive. DI pretty much positive for the whole day. You can see though it was making a negative drop in the closing, and Bollinger Band making a steady incline. And I forgot to say the stock was up 6%, so good stock. Next trade is MS. That's Morgan. I just did MS. Oh no, sorry. I said that before. Next trade is Morgan Stanley. That tripped at 3:15:24 p.m. at a price of 82.64. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 82.46, down 0.11%, and is actually down 0.06% early this morning. So it's still moving downwards, at least pre-market. So that's positive. Let's go check to see if the indicators are giving a good demonstration of that. 5:15, 5:15:24. Yep, okay. OBV sideways, but you see the afternoon is where it started dropping, and MACD same thing, showing a drop in the afternoon, and DI showing a heavy drop in the afternoon, blowing back. So that stock definitely was moving down. And next trade is CNK. That's Sinmark Holdings Incorporated. Tripped at 3:17:55 p.m. at a price of 22.15. Close the day, 22.15. It was a buy. Closed the day at 22.14, up 4.43%, down 0.01% early morning. 22.17, 3.17. Okay, so it tripped right around here. It did jump up a little bit there. $216, $217, $214. So it looks like around 340, 348, 348, 348. Because it's such a late period, like it's a late stock, and there was another point where it was up above just after it tripped, also for about 4 or 5 minutes, and that so this gives me my 10 minutes range, even though it's not positive. But then also this is a late trading stock itself. Check to see if the indicators are showing that it's moving positive still, or was moving positive. OBV showing that it looked like it had a jump in volume at the end of the day. MACD, same thing. Averages came up at the end of the day. DI came up very strongly at the end of the day, though it was looked like making a negative again or moving downwards. Monthly band showing pretty much a steady incline. So stock was definitely moving positive. So we'll leave it at that. That's 5 out of 6 stocks, which is 83%. And with the possibilities, that's 100%. So that's pretty good. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.